Hello and welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to film for you, or should I say over a week, I'm going to film for you like a week in the life of me with regards to my training and food. So I shall show you each day what training I get up to. I do train a lot. I train 6 times a week, a mixture of cycling, running and weight training, or at the moment kettlebells because of lockdown. Can't go and do my weight training. So training is a massive part of my life. I've trained for, I can't remember how many years now. Early 20s. So I'm now 44. So I'm going to talk you through each day what I do, and then hopefully you might realise that I don't have an awful amount of spare time for much else. Once I've done my training, full-time job, YouTube, walking the dog, spending time with my husband, there's not much more time for anything else. But today I'm going to start with a go on the watt bike. So I'll just talk you through some of the equipment we've got. So in our cabin we've got, make a use of every inch of the room, we've got a treadmill, and then we've got two what called watt bikes, a normal older watt bike there which I use, and then a watt bike Atom which Alan uses. And sometimes, yes, we do train side by side because Alan, my husband, he is massively into his training, probably, I'm not saying more so than me, but he trains harder than me. I don't train anywhere near as hard as he does. He's very fit. And because I'm not working, I'm actually going to do 2 hours on here this morning. Normally I usually do about an hour and a half on a Monday when I'm going to work, but because I've got a bit more time today, I'm going to do 2 hours. So to start with, I'll just do a 5-minute warm-up, and then I'll go into what I normally do without getting out of breath. That's because I'm talking, right. I'll see you at the end. So that's me finished, complete with sunburn from yesterday. Yeah, did just over 2 hours because I wanted to do 35 miles. So that's me done. So luckily in here we've got 3 fans and an air conditioning unit because it gets pretty hot in here, because as you can see the sun beats down on the roof. All the windows are covered by blinds, but it does still get quite warm in here during the summer, or very cold in here during the winter. Obviously we don't put any sort of heating on, so sometimes you have to wrap up a bit so you can keep warm. So I shall go and get some breakfast. Very important to eat within about 20 minutes of finishing that. Oh, and before that I'll also do 20 press-ups. So a little bit more kit wise, we have, or I have, some cycling shoes, and on the bottom of these they have things called cleats that actually clip into the pedal on the shoe. So that's what it looks like. So you're clipping the shoe onto the pedal, which means you can give a lot more power, and then you just flick those off. But when you do it with your ankle, they come off a little bit easier than that. And then equipment wise, I use a Garmin. That's how I record how much power I'm putting through, how far I've gone, and how long it's taken me. And then I upload that. I've got this watch as well, and then I'll use a app on my iPhone. And I'll just show you a little picture of what that looks like once the ride's been uploaded. So breakfast, I tend to have what I fancy. Today is going to be a large bowl of honey nut loops with skimmed milk and a decaf coffee with a couple of sweeteners. I don't drink a lot of coffee and tea. That'll be the only hot drink I have today, and then the rest will be water. I try to drink at least 2 litres, if not a bit more, of water a day. I really enjoy water, I'm lucky. So lunch today is going to be a ham sandwich, honey roast ham, a couple of pieces of tiger bread, and a few cheesy Wotsits. I don't normally have butter, I'm not overly keen on it, and a little bit of this, which is delicious. Plum and apple chutney. And then I will have some form of chocolate for my dessert. Probably a generous handful of minstrels.
miles. And then I always like to have at least one of these a day. These are just effervescent tablets from Aldi, and they're the vitamin C ones in raspberry flavour. Really nice actually. So I always pop one of those in a bottle of water and can enjoy that throughout the day. So dinner this evening is going to be a jacket potato with no butter, half a tub of low-fat cottage cheese with pineapple, and then some salad with some seeds, and then I put a little bit of low-fat salad cream on there, and then a rather large glass of red wine. That is half a bottle just in that one glass. So throughout the day I would normally have a bit of fruit as well. I try and eat between probably 3 to 5 bits of fruit as well as the salad. And I've also had today, as is most days, a good generous handful of Haribo. So this is dinner, and then I shall have some dessert in a moment.
So that's me done, day 2, looking a bit of a hot sweaty mess there. Just done another bike ride, 2 hours 20 minutes today, 40 miles, a bit more than I normally do because I'm not at work. I'm taking advantage of having a bit more time. Just wanted to add to yesterday, I did a walk with Zara, took her for about a 20-minute brisk walk. So breakfast today is going to be exactly the same as yesterday. I am a bit of a creature of habit. If I find things that I like, I tend to have them day in, day out.
So today's lunch is this. It's I got it from Aldi actually. It's from the freezer section. It's giant couscous and vegetables. So it's got barley, giant couscous, red pepper, soybeans, carrot, pomegranate seeds, pumpkin seeds, and spring onion. So this is really quite nutritious, even if I do say so myself. I absolutely love it. It's very low fat, quite not a massive amount of calories really for what it is. So I've got 300 grams of it in there with some goat's cheese, which will just, as I mix it through, will melt through because that's been heated in the microwave, and that will just melt through it, which is lovely. And calorie wise, it is 107 calories per 80 grams microwaved. And then I'll have generous supply of Malteser buttons, absolutely love those, and I shall also have a can of Rio Light and another bottle of water. That's my second or third today. I think it might be my second. Yes, I'm going to really enjoy that. So tonight's meal is going to be this beef and 3 bean chilli from Aldi, 369 calories, and then I'm going to put a nice generous amount of creme fraiche on the top, a lighter one, glass of red wine, large, and the salad with the seeds and tomatoes, and I'll put a bit of salad cream on there as well. Now at the moment I'm in a calorie deficit. I don't actually count calories anymore, but I just know from how long I trained this morning I haven't eaten enough yet today. I have also had a rather large generous help of jelly beans as well.
Is Wednesday, and Wednesdays are a 10k run, which is 6.2 miles, and I usually do this in about an hour. I used to run a lot quicker, but because I've got more into the cycling's got quicker because I do it more often, and the running's got a bit slower. Running is a fantastic form of exercise. You obviously don't need a treadmill, so except for a pair of trainers, costs for running can be very low. If you're interested in getting into running, there's a fantastic, I'm not sure if it's an app called Couch to 5k. A few of my friends
a week at the weekend, and we usually cycle between about 40 and 50 miles, and it's some good quality time that we spend together, away from the house, away from technology. We do take phones, but obviously not on them until you stop for a coffee and cake. But yeah, I'm really missing that during lockdown. Anyway, I'm going to get on with this and I'll come back to you later. So this morning's breakfast after my run is a nice decent sized bowl of Sainsbury's fruit and fibre, and I've actually got that with semi-skimmed milk today. For some reason I don't like fruit and fibre without semi-skimmed milk. It's not the same using skimmed, not sure why. And then I've got a milky coffee made with skimmed milk, and then I'm on my second bottle. Sorry, I've already drank a half, I've just filled that back up of water. Now last night I didn't end up eating an awful lot more. I may have had a bit of chocolate, I'm not sure, but certainly probably not as much as I should have eaten, so I might have a bit extra today. I have already had a ginger biscuit. Had that before I went running. I can't eat on a full I can't eat on a full stomach. I can't run on a full stomach. I can't have food in my tummy. To be honest, most of my training is done what you call fasted, but I think I'm going to do a bit of a chat at the end of the video just to talk through some bits like that. Okay, so I'll see you at lunch. So today's lunch is one of my favourites. Absolutely love this stuff. It's called Good Grains and it is from Aldi. Absolutely delicious. It's like pui lentils, and it actually says it's nice served with duck, but I actually prefer it with goat's cheese. So half a pack is 121 calories, so the whole pack is 242 obviously. So I add to that a few bits of goat's cheese again, the one from Aldi, and salad seeds and nuts, pomegranate seeds. I won't put tomatoes in today because that is quite tomatoey. And then I'm going to have a cream egg for my dessert today. So these are, hang on, I've got a little dog here. Thinking she's getting some. Right, so they're the ingredients. Lentils, a few vegetables. Yeah, just whack it in the microwave just for a minute. Very quick, easy, tasty and nutritious lunch. Very much looking forward to that. Do you want some? So tonight we have this delightful dinner. This is a mushroom bolognese and this is from Aldi, another one of their sort of ready meals. 275 calories and this is vegan as well. It's absolutely delicious. I really like spaghetti bolognese with meat, but I'm absolutely fine with this. These lovely big mushrooms in here. I can't remember what type they're called. There's a type I really like. Let me have a look. Oh, just says mushrooms. I think there might be chestnut mushrooms, don't know, but it's absolutely lovely. So got that with a load of salad, lovely big glass of wine, and then some salad cream on there. And then I'm actually going to add some mature, lighter cheese to the top of the pasta. And then earlier on, just to check in, I had a couple of these chocolate Snacker Jacks that were extremely out of date.
So it's Thursday now and I've just done another bike session, did just over another 2 hours, so 35 miles again today. Felt a bit stronger today. Last few days, I don't know, this week and last week on the bike, my legs just haven't had the same power as normal, but today seem to be on the way back, which is great news. So I'm just going to go and have my breakfast. I'm going to have the same as I had yesterday, I think, the fruit and fibre. So last night I showed you my dinner. Got cut off, my flipping phone battery, not the battery, it got full, so it cut me off mid-mushroom sentence. And then after that I had the panna cotta ice cream again with a massive squirt of squirty cream, and I had a good big handful of minstrels as well.
So breakfast this morning is a bowl of chocolate hazelnut squares. A bit like Craze, I think. I love chocolatey cereal. And then milky coffee. I'm going to put some semi-skim milk on there, and then I've got skim milk in the coffee. And I also had, when I woke up, a little packet of cookies because I was a bit peckish. I was a bit peckish when I woke up this morning, so pre-workout I had a little bag of these from Aldi, and they are 99 calories, and I think you get 6 mini cookies. So today's lunch is going to be a soft white roll. That's quite a big one, and on there I've got ham and some of this soft cheese, garlic and herb, reduced fat, no butter, that's instead, cheesy Wotsits, a few tomatoes and a can of pop, and then I will have some form of chocolate for my dessert, or even maybe some Oreos. So Thursday's evening meal is a jacket potato with a can of beans and some low fat, or that great the cheese I had the other night, the mature cheddar, which is like a lighter one. Standard salad, standard wine, standard water. That's just what I fancy today, and a bit of light salad cream on there. And then I just wanted to talk to you about these. I had a couple of these today. These are new, as I love Maltesers, I love biscuits. They're quite like, I have to say, I was a little bit disappointed. I thought they might have some of the Maltesery bits in, but they didn't seem to taste like that. There's a picture there with it in, but might have to have some more to try. Anyway, 2 of those are 112 calories, so I had those, and also the cookies that I had for breakfast. So still probably a deficit in calories, but like I said, trying to drop a pound or 2, so I'm okay with that.
Come on, little dog. Come on, little dog.
So today's eating's been a bit sporadic actually. I had a really busy day just doing things, so lunch was very disorganised. So I had that lovely breakfast, so then for my lunch I picked up a packet of these when I had to go out for some shopping, so some prawn mayonnaise sandwiches, and then for dessert I just had, it wasn't these, but I had a good generous handful of giant buttons, love them, and I've had a pear, and I've had quite a few sweeties today, just stocked up on my my faves, the Tang Fastics. So yeah, that was lunch, a really late lunch, so I'm going to have a bit of a later dinner, but I'll show you what I'm going to have that in a minute. So today's evening meal is vegetarian chilli that I've made myself with rice. I've used corn in there, and also another type of vegetarian meat substitute. Can't think where I had it from. Never mind. Anyway, I made a massive load of it, so I'll be eating this for a good few days. And I usually cook my own rice, but I decided to give this a go. From Asda, lime and coriander. Not had the whole lot. I've made up another little one, which we'll do as a snack, hopefully, for Alan at some point. So I've probably had about 3/4 of the rice out of there. Wine, usual salad, and some nachos and low-fat sour cream in there.
Okay, so here's Belinda. We're doing a double-handed kettlebell swing with a 12 kilo kettlebell. And from the front, snapping the hips. Hope she doesn't let go because it'll land right in my face. Put the 12 down, pick up a 10. And this is the equivalent that we call this, this is a snatch she's doing now. And then the other hand. And that can be made a half snatch if you come down to the shoulder first. Okay, and Belinda's just finishing off with a really good core exercise with the kettlebell. It's an 8 kilogram kettlebell, and wherever that kettlebell is, the opposing part of her body, the core on that side is having to work really hard to stop the kettlebell pulling her over.
Oops.
So I don't know if Belinda said she's had some problems with her back. She's on continuous medication, so we figure if she can build her core up to be a bit stronger, it might help alleviate the pain that she's having on her back, and then reduce the medication, which would be a great thing. There you can see as Belinda's swaying, that's her body trying to counteract the kettlebell that she's just thrown on the floor.
That'll do. Thank you.
There we go. Kettlebells with Belinda.
So we've just finished a kettlebell session. Alan and I do the kettlebell session together at the moment because we're in lockdown. Normally on a Tuesday I will do a weight training session down at a gym that I go to called Training Space. I'll insert a clip of me doing a few bits down there now. These are filmed for quite a long time ago. For some reason I've got them on my phone. So I'll insert those now. So that would be a Tuesday, and then I'd do 30 minutes on what's called the assault bike, just to add a few calories really, because weight training just on its own, I don't know, I don't feel as if it's quite enough calorie wise, so I do like to just do a bit more, so I end up doing about 90 minutes on a Tuesday. But while we're in lockdown, on a Saturday we've been doing a virtual kettlebell session because the gym's closed. Alan goes and does the kettlebells normally on his own on a Saturday, because I usually ride or run on a Saturday. But luckily his teacher has been doing like a virtual session, so we've been doing that in the garden, which has been great, because I was worried about losing a bit of my strength, you know, not doing any weight training.
So breakfast this morning is going to be porridge oats, raspberries and some vanilla yogurt. So I prefer actually the rolled oats. These are the big ones, and if I have them with fruit and yogurt, I much prefer the bigger ones, because I find the more ones that you mix it with milk a little bit powdery for this sort of breakfast. So now some of those, I've not tried this yogurt before. I normally have Rachel's, but it's really hard getting hold of the vanilla one now, so I'm going to try. Little Zara's here. Hey, don't do that, you little rascal. Come out. Ugh. I'll have to wipe that away in a minute. So I couldn't get hold of any of the Rachel's yogurt, which is normally my favourite. So this is first time trying this one. And this is just a couple of handfuls of frozen raspberries, which I got from Sainsbury's. So I'll just put those all together and show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like all mixed together. I just put a few spoonfuls of the yogurt in there. I've just had a little taste test of the yogurt, and it does taste like Rachel, so I'm absolutely delighted, because this used to be my favourite breakfast for ages. I shall now leave this to sit while I have a shower. I've just done a 10k run, so I need to have a wash, need to eat within 20 minutes, so I need to get moving. But this tastes absolutely delicious, very nutritious, fill me up, vitamin C from the fruit, one of the best breakfasts you can have. So Saturday evening now, and tonight's meal is this. Chili con carne, Be Good to Yourself from Sainsbury's. Not tried this one before. I'm going to have a generous helping of soured cream, low fat or less fat on there, and a bit of salad cream, of course, on the standard salad, which I'll just remind you what's in there. Lettuce, carrot, cabbage, tomatoes, pomegranate seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and of course the standard very large glass of wine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I love chili con carne. So today is a rest day for me. It's Sunday, so breakfast has been a bowl of the cereal that I had yesterday, like the chocolatey one, and of course the milky coffee. And then lunch today is a slice of tiger loaf bread mushrooms and scrambled eggs, and they've actually been cooked with butter, which is quite unusual for me, and a nice glass of apple juice, fresh apple juice, love it, and a big old splodge of tomato sauce. So, smells delicious. I'm really looking forward to this. So, just fancied some chips. I was talking to my mum earlier and she was on about chips. So that's what I've got. Some oven baked crinkle big fat chips. And I absolutely love these, although they're looking a little bit anemic. I don't think I've cooked them enough. Bernard Matthews mini Kievs, the garlicky things, delicious. Tomato sauce, red wine, yummy, yummy, yummy. Get in my hungry tummy. So that's the week finished, eating and training done. Thank you to a couple of people who asked me to film that for you. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, pop them in the comments down below and I'll gladly get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.